Guys, it's time for another episode of Raid Shadow Legends, brought to you by Plarium. I can't say the name of the game unless I say Raid Shadow Legends. It just doesn't feel right saying it any other way. Even when I'm off camera, I'm talking to Beans. I'm like, hey, I'm playing some Raid Shadow Legends. Anyway, sponsored by Plarium. Today we are going to be possibly doing Dragons 25. I built a team that it can do it. It can do it if we get good RNG. Let's click on super raids actually, because I would like double the loot. It can do it if RNG is on our side. Let's find out. I wanted to make this a farmable team. I was trying to make it a farmable team. I was trying to do the video a couple days ago. It's like, we can do a farmable team. And I'm like, I wanted to use one unit, I want to use a different unit, I want to use Lightsworn, which we do have Lightsworn. By the way, this is, I did mention that this is a partnered promotion with Plarium, and right now they are giving, we'll talk about Lightsworn in a second, because that was a previous bonus from a previous starter pack for you guys. But now they are doing the Epic Champion Uugo, which we will take a look at in a second. He's from the Ogren tribes. We also, they have another one. So you get that one, and you get this Epic Fayne. We'll take a look at both of those units, but the first one you get immediately. The second one you get after you reach level 15. You also have the promo code Monkey King as well to get the legendary Monkey King, which I think is the most exciting one of all of those. Because he is rare, he does quite a lot of stuff. So, those are very exciting, especially the Monkey King. And you can join my guild. Here's the guild name. I hope that I just put that on the screen in the future. I didn't, did I? I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. But it's Bagel Bites anyway. So, that's the guild. And use the promo code Monkey King to actually get the Monkey King, which is a fantastic unit. I would recommend if you're gonna play Raid Shadow Legends, and you should, scan my QR code, link in the description, and use the promo code Monkey King to get legendary Monkey King. Very good unit. Definitely get him. Don't sleep on him. Speaking of sleeps, we just I think this is skill 1 from Seducer is sleep, right? I think so. We can actually take a look at what's going on to some extent over here. So we've got a lot of debuffs on the enemies. It's not a fast run by any stretch of the imagination. I'm hoping this one actually clears it. So we have, like I said, I wanted to do a farmable team. It's quite challenging to do a farmable team if you don't have all of the... So we have the resources available. We can farm one of the dungeons to upgrade our skill trees. I was tinkering out. I kept changing my mind. I'm like, maybe I want to use this unit, maybe I want to use that unit, and I was like, I can't do the skill trees for everything all at the same time. So I started doing skill trees for one thing. Some of these already have the skill trees fully upgraded, and some of them don't because I switched them around. I would prefer to not use the unit all the way on the left-hand side because that is a Void Legendary. It's a very rare unit. He's mostly there for... He's got some CC. He's got some sustain for the team to keep them alive. He's got some shields. And he's got some... he's got... Basically, it's kind of like an increased cooldowns that he does as well. So he's a solid unit. You don't need him. I just wanted... some CC. We needed some CC because the enemies are level 3. If you could see right here, they're level 350. This is Dragons 25. This is not like Dragons 3, Dragons 10, Dragons 11. This is Dragons level 25. So the enemies are level 350. If they touch us, we die, which is one of the reasons that I have this this second unit, which is a Void Epic, which we'll take a look at in a little bit after the dungeon run. But that is a Void Epic. Effectively, she revives something and and resets their cooldowns, but also she will prevent something from dying. So if you see something die and then they like come back right here, oh, I thought we were going to see it right there with Seducer. Yep, right there, revive on death. Perfect timing. That's what she does as part of her skill. She revives on death. Lightsworn, I know a lot of people aren't going to be able to get. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you are going to be able to get her because it's easier to get Void Shards, which is the Void Shards are like LD Scrolls. It's easier to get them in Raid Shadow Legends than it is in Summoner's War, for example. But yeah, that is that. There's another unit, Lightsworn. I mean, it's basically just she is there for a revive, because if / when we get hit by enemies, things are gonna die. That's what happens. So yeah, it was kind of. I wasn't expecting her to be the unit that I went to, but Lightsworn is another good unit. They do promos with Lightsworn sometimes, and Lightsworn is another good unit that does revives as well. So some of you may already have that on your account. That would be another good unit to put in that spot. But actually, the unit all the way on the right-hand side is so crucial for these dungeons. He does AoE so many debuffs. He's really a fantastic unit. He's a rare void unit. He's pretty easy to obtain. Pop some void shards, you're gonna get him. It's like saying he's a 3-star LD3. And he's one of the better units for this. So we have Seducer is down, and they have a revive. Well, we have a revive. I don't know what the cool... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so she revived it. She reset the cooldowns. Beautiful. And that Seducer is not even 6-starred. He is at 5 stars right now. So he died twice, but he's only at 5 stars. I didn't get the opportunity to 6-star him just yet. I 6-starred a couple things recently. He was not one of them, because I thought the other units were going to be the ones that I was going to wind up using in this dungeon, but they wound up not being. He has a few skills. He does, one of them is an AoE attack power break. And the third skill is buffs for the team. There's a lot of, but basically, I'm trying to do a lot of buffs on our team. I'm trying to do a lot of debuffs on the enemy team. That's the strategy. If you couldn't tell, and we can take a look at the info over here, we can see all the different debuffs and buffs that we have. We have increased speed, we have shield, we have block debuffs, which is like immunity. What else do we have? Increased defense. We have, did one guy just die? No. Oh, he doesn't have any buffs or debuffs. Maybe it would help if I read things. And then we're doing a lot of poisons to the enemies. Basically, that's because we don't have any huge damage dealer on the team right now. We're doing a lot of damage through all of these poisons. So that's how we're actually killing things. Poison, poison, poison. Decreased speed, decreased attack power. The Seducer is doing the AoE decreased attack power. Decreased defense is from the that Bellower, the second unit, the one that I said was like a void 3-star. Okay, so now we have we're just trying to do as many debuffs as humanly possible, basically. Block debuffs and shields are basically immunity. And we will see 7 minutes. It's not a fast dungeon run by any stretch of the imagination. It should be over 10 minutes if we can clear it. And it's going to be based on RNG. So yeah, I wish we didn't get the stuns there, but the longer the dragon... So the dragon's going to go into his little dragon stance. His HP bar is going to go purple, and you have to deal enough damage to get through that by the time he attacks. Otherwise, he's going to do a lot more damage. He's going to stun you like we just saw. So let's see if we're going to be able to do it. We're just going to try, because we're not doing like damage. We're doing damage through poisons for the most part. So we're just trying to stay alive. Give ourselves immunity, give ourselves shields, defense buffs, speed ups, as many turns as possible, and try to do a lot of poisons to the boss if possible. We don't have a crazy amount of poisons. I've seen some. I mean, most Dragons 25 teams. Actually, fun fact: most people don't farm Dragons 25. They farm 24 because they're like, it's not worth it for those tiny amount. Like, I want to have a team that can clear Dragons 25, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are just like, nah, it's much easier to just do Dragons 24, almost the same loot, and it's faster. It's still slow. A lot of people just farm Dragons 20, but yeah, just an FYI, the people that are farming this, hardcore farming it all the time, if they are doing it, they are farming either Dragons 24 or Dragons 20, from what I have read, from what I've experienced, from people's comments and everything. So yeah, I just want to make sure that we actually have a team, because we've cleared Dragons 20, we've cleared Dragons 24, all of those, but there's a lot of teams that have a lot of legendaries. There's some good fusion units for Dragons, and there's a lot of fusion legendaries right now in the game, because over time they kept adding more and more fusions. So we can actually take a look at those, as well as taking a look at the units that they're giving away right now. If you click on the link in the description or scan the QR code, you don't have to say that. You know, we can't do a video without talking about the QR code and the link in the description. So download using the QR code or the link in the description, and you get Uugo right away. You get Fayne at level 15, and then you also want to do the Monkey King promo code so that you actually get the Monkey King. So we're a little more than halfway down. I don't want to say we're almost down, but he gets stronger over time. That's the issue. Like, if he just stayed at the same strength, we'd be okay. But yeah, we definitely need to upgrade our skill trees to be able to actually clear this consistently. And like I said, I would have liked to do it without the void units. I wanted to do, because the 3 on the right hand side are actually easy to obtain, very easy to obtain. But well, I suppose actually 4 of these are void units now that I think about it, but they're easy voids to obtain versus the one on the all the way on the left, which is a void legendary. But he's mostly there for CC, but he also has some sustain, so you can kind of just use a different reviver, because she's only there really for the revive. The second unit from the left is only there really for the revive and the anti-death. So if you just have something else, but we could have had this cleared already if we had some more poison. So it's kind of a bummer there. It looks good. We're looking good, but I know what this dragon can do, and I do need to definitely upgrade my skill trees, because if we don't, we could do, yeah, look at that. Took some damage. Attack power break isn't that big of a deal though. We just need to make sure we do enough poisons to actually take this thing down. We'll see. I feel like we might still just bite the dust at the very end. It's kind of an RNG situation. We'll see. It's also like that dragon is getting ready to unleash hell on us. Oh, nice. There's the buffs. Okay, and we are still alive. Wow. There we go. That was the part I was most worried about. As he just like demolishes us right now. That would not be too great. Can we just kill him before he deletes our entire team? Yeah. There we go. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. I think we'll be fine. It's wild though. Absolutely wild. All right, so we did. I don't want to jump the gun. There we go. We actually cleared Dragons 25. It only took us 12 minutes. 12 minutes. So, yeah. Fairly easy to get Seducer and Bellower. They are basically, if you can see by the blue frames around them, they are rare units, which make them easier to get. Apothecary, same thing, is a rare unit. Godseeker or Neri, she's there for the revive again. I forgot her name. That's why I was like, oh, the unit, the void hero, right, epic, yep. And then Warlord is just, he's one of my favorite units. I completely upgraded him. That's why he's better. I mean, he's a really good unit. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you get that unit, that's amazing. But he can be replaced. It's just that I would need to have the resources to replace, to upgrade. I think that we can take a look at this, her stats over here. We can see heal, we have the heal all allies, and then we have the revive dead ally. These two right here are what she's here for. Revive dead ally with 50% HP, fill their turn meter by 50%, resets the cooldowns on their skills. And then we have the Guardian Angel passive, increase the amount of healing allies receive by 10%. If an ally is about to get killed by a fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly places a revive on death buff on them for 1 turn before the damage is taken. I was tinkering around with this Lightsworn, which he's not 6-starred right now. He's mostly skilled up. These are the skills that really matter for him. But he has this increased defense and revive on death for 2 turns. So I think that he should be able to do it just fine. He's just not 6-starred, and also his masteries are kind of not there, but hers are not there either. So, but I think that could be that could be a solid replacement for that if some of you guys have that. And then what else do we have? This. Oh, he's not fully upgraded. Wow. I did not realize that. I thought he was fully upgraded. Well, there, there we go. And then this one, no, not this one, not this one. What is the one that I'm thinking of? Well, there's a few. Also, this right here, Drexstar, is a fusion now. I don't think it was a fusion when I first summoned him a while ago, but he's a fusion now. Which one am I thinking of that is... Really, which one am I thinking of? That's a good CC unit, because I was looking for CC stuff. No idea where I put it. Oh, he's literally right here. I'm like, where is he? He's right there. Nethril. So Nethrill's got some crowd control as well. He's got a poison with skill 1. He's got attacks all enemies, stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, and a decreased speed for 2 turns if the target is not under a stun debuff. And that's really what I needed something, because I was trying this unit, I was trying Biggin, and then I just put Warlord in because Warlord is ridiculous OP, and yeah, ridiculous OP unit. He's got the block debuffs over here, shield on all allies, and heal, which is really, really solid, and then this skills on cooldown and deplete the turn meter. This is absolutely ridiculous in so much content. Like, if we actually go take a look at the reviews here, he's almost 5 stars in like everything. That's why I hate to use this. And I'm like, oh guys, you could copy mine. Like, you might have to substitute it with something else, but it's just a ridiculous unit. But this one I think is actually the poison here, the CC, the stun, the speed break, and then the decrease the turn meter by 75%. He doesn't have the sustain that Warlord does, but he is at least easier to get. I mean, he's still legendary, but he's easier to get. He's not a void legendary, and he has the crowd control. So as long as you have that sustain from another unit on the team, then you're good to go. What other units do we have in here? By the way, did I mention, scan the QR code or click the link? We'll take a look at the, to download Raid Shadow Legends today, we will take a look at the units that they're giving away as part of that promo, because you definitely want to experience that. You definitely want to get those units. We have this attacks all enemies, blocks active skills debuff, which is really nice. It's like a silence. And then we have this attacks all enemies, a second AoE, decreased speed debuff for 2 turns, and then we have this third AoE, 3 AoEs. Nice. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance to place a 25% decreased attack, 75% chance. Actually, I thought this was a 50% decreased attack. Now I know. 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense for 2 turns. So it is the lesser of the debuffs, but still, it's wild for you. And he has a 15% speed lead in faction crypts, though. And we have apparently no skill masteries on here. But it's important to get a lot of accuracy. Well, we do have plus 164 in accuracy, but in here accuracy goes above 100%. So I mean, it's not a percent, it's a number. It's not a percentage. So you can continue going after 100. But if you don't have too much accuracy on those, you can get some more accuracy in here. So this is the Great Hall. This is when you do arena, then you can you get these points, and you can use the points to upgrade, for example, which I cannot. But you can use the points to upgrade and get more accuracy here. You can get more HP. You can get more crit damage and resistance. So if we had these more upgraded, then of course the dungeon would be easier, even with other units. But one of the issues right now for us, and this is just that I didn't get. I was trying to do too much and I didn't get to it. Is that these masteries are not done. So masteries here are not done. What else? You got some masteries. So Tayrel has masteries done. Steel Skull is half done. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't have masteries done. Laziness. Foley I use on a lot of teams, so I expected him to have his masteries done. Although he's got these scrolls. I don't know if you guys can see right where it says mastery, like above the skill tree. It's the 30 scrolls, 200 scrolls, 200 scrolls. So we actually can go and continue along with these and upgrade the skill tree some more. I just did not do it because, again, laziness. But I think Nethril's a decent unit for that. Some people like to use Doom Priest in Dragons. I just think for 25, I felt like she needed more. Of course, we could upgrade the Masteries, and then she would have more, but yeah. This is such a... No Masteries. I have to do that today. I'm going to do that as soon... I also built him because I thought he was going to be good for Dragons, and then I realized that between the Dragons mechanics, I'm like, this is not... He's not going to work on Dragons. So, yeah, I think he's a solid unit, though, from what it seems like, because he's got some single target control. Fully depletes the target's turn meter, fills this champion's turn meter by the amount the target loses, and then he has a HP burn and a weaken, so that's nice against single target enemies. Removes all buffs from a target enemy, attacks them, steals all buffs if the target is under HP burn, which he already does, and then reduces the cooldown of Quicksand Grasp by 2 turns if the target is killed by this skill while under an HP burn debuff placed by this champion. I think that he's just decent for some bosses. So, and then we have, what else? Oh, I wanted to show you guys Seducer. Because does anyone use Seducer? I don't know. I built him a while ago. I never 6-starred him, but I built him a while ago. And I was like, hey, he's kind of seems cool. Sleep debuff. I don't really care too much about that, but this is an AoE attack power break. And then we have this 30% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns and block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. And I think just based on this, it makes your team much more survivable in dungeons. And then he also has HP leader skill in all battles. So I think it's a great unit to give your team more survivability between the buffs and then the attack break on the enemy team. So I thought he was a fairly he seemed like a fairly underrated unit. But yeah, I know everyone likes to use all their legendaries. What else do we have? Oh, I wanted to show you guys. So much talking. I'm winded. I'm winded every day this week. I think it was the McDonald's that did it. Ogren Tribes. I know that's where Uugo is, and I think it's also, yeah. This is the one that. Scan the QR code or click link in the description, you will get this unit. So, attacks 1 enemy, leech debuff, chance increases by 5% for each enemy alive. And then we have this attack all enemies, 75% chance of placing a 60% defense break. Decrence. Also has a 50% chance of block buffs debuff for 2 turns. Chance of placing the block buffs debuff increases by 5% for each alive enemy. And then what else do we have? Remove all heal reduction debuffs from all allies, then removes 1 random debuff from all allies, then heals all allies by 20% of this champion's max HP. If allies are dead, revives them with 50% HP, and then fills their turn meters by 50% instead. I think this is a solid unit for also, and we have this, places a 30% increased speed buff and block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn whenever this champion's last living ally is killed. So, I mean, hopefully that doesn't come into play, but I'm more concerned with these 2 skills right here, Maelstrom Rack and Uugo's Brew, and I think this could be another solid unit to add to that dungeon team in place of some of the other ones. And then we have, what is the last? No, the last one is not in the Ogren Tribes. The last one is in Skinwalkers, I believe. She's looking like a mouse. She's looking like a mouse. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. So this is actually the Monkey King, that really solid unit. This is the Monkey King that you guys get with the promo code Monkey King. And then the unit that Fayne is the other unit that you have when you reach level 15. They will give you a Fayne. So she does attacks 2 times, steals 5% of the target's turn meter. I don't get too excited about that. Attacks 1 enemy, 75% chance of placing 2 5% poisons, and 1 decrease attack debuff for 2 turns, but the better decrease attack. So you can tell which one is better than the other one. The one sword, if you guys see on the, I'll put it right at the top. The one sword is the 25% decrease attack. The 2 swords is the 50% decrease attack. And then the same thing is just the debuff looks a little bit different when it's the stronger version of it, but this is the stronger version. It's good for bosses, poison, and decrease attack. And then we have attacks 1 enemy 3 times, because everything is 1 enemy, right? First hit has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense, Second hit has for 3 turns too. Second hit has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken for 3 turns. Third hit has heals this champion by 4% of their max HP for every debuff on the target. So, good unit against bosses. And we will do... Click link in description. Scan the QR code. And we will do... What is this? Whatever... I want to say whatever we have. Maybe we should save... Nah, let's not save. Let's just do it. Let's just do everything. I don't care. Let's do everything. What do we have? Lumber. Am I gonna run out of steel? I blew through. I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys saw the other video, or some of the other videos recently, but yeah, we had like 100 million silver and blew through all of that. Upgrading stuff and upgrading stuff and upgrading stuff. Let's do 10 pulse. Let's see. RNG, please get something exciting. I started to build him and then I stopped. Do den. Okay. Let's see if we get anything I'm super interested in. Seize. Because I have a lot of these units already. Alright, what do we still have? Let's do some voids. Void legendary, please. I'm just kidding. I think we have 3 void legendaries, so we don't really need any more. Sometimes you have the issue of too much stuff to build. Let's see. There's a lot of these too that are new that I have not summoned yet. So here we go. Oh no, she is actually really good. This is fantastic. I'm wanting her, so it's great that we got her. She's a really solid unit. Epic support. We 15% chance of gaining an extra turn. We know how that works. So 150% chance, really. 30% increased crit rate buff on all allies, 25% weaken debuff on all enemies. And then we have this one, removes all buffs from all allies and enemies, then attacks all enemies. Damage increased according to the number of removed buffs. 50% chance of placing a sleep debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. The chance of placing a sleep debuff increased to 5% for each buff removed. Inflicts less damage to bosses. And then we have this resistance over here. But I know a lot of people really like that unit. So, let's see what else. And we have Scrapper. And we have a new tournament position. Nice. Which one should we do first? Let's go Sacred first. And then we'll go Primal. What do we get? I think we have that already. If I recall correctly. I'm just excited that we should have done that the opposite direction. But I'm just excited that we actually cleared Dragon's 25. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do here. Wow. But I need to get some keys because I want to get some of these 5-star chickens. It's a weird thing to say. Never thought in my life I'd be like, I want some 5-star chickens. Unless I'm at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, then I want some 5-star chickens as well. But 5-star chickens, some of these tomes, definitely need those. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for this one. Raid Shadow Legends. You guys want to play? You can join Clan Bagel Bites. B4GL is the tag, and you can download using the link in the description and the QR code. You know what you get, but I'm going to say it again. Brand new. No, a used unit. You get Uugo from the Ogren tribe, one of the epics, and then you also get Fayne when you reach level 15, as well as the promo code Monkey King to get the legendary Monkey King ridiculous unit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.